nervous, so I moved the curtain down just a little bit more, so now there's like this much. But then all of a sudden I see the leg move over, and I'm like looking, I'm like, what the fuck? And the belly's a little bit up. It wasn't as flat as on the side. There's a little bit of a belly. And
oh God, it was me, wasn't it?
No, there's a little misshape for a curvy woman, and I'm like looking, I'm like, what the And so all of a sudden I see some movement, and I'm like, oh, this is it, man. I put my hand in my pants, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking shit, take her pants. And then all of a sudden, the person whips up and looks out, and I'm like, fuck. And then I peek up, and I thought I'm busted, but not only like, I wasn't busted because then they turned her head, I really look again, and it was a fucking man. I swear to you, it was a man, I kid you not. I'm like looking for titties. I'm like, listen, I want to see titties. There was no titties, and it was a man, and I'm still...
You finished, didn't you?
I didn't jerk, because there's...
Don't fucking lie, you're like, she's asleep, I'm in England, fuck it. Oh!
And now I fucking had it ready, man. I stroked it a few... I just was more like kneading it, like kneading dough, getting it ready. Right, so I got it ready, but I was touching the pee-pee to it, and I go on him. When he got up, I'm thinking I'm gonna see titties flashing, but I had to duck, look back up, looking for titties, but all I see is flat chest, like a beer belly, and like a fucking little 5 o'clock shadow. It was a man, and I didn't jerk it, but it was. I still don't understand why this man. I can't believe I invested at least 45 minutes to an hour staring at a man's garter belt, which maybe I didn't look, again, I didn't have the 300mm lens. It could have just been fucking sock holder fucking jammies. You know, like you can buy, men can buy, like, if they want to keep their socks up, they can buy the belts.
Yeah, in the fucking 20s.
It must have been that, unless...
I think it's that guy, he's like 23 skidoo.
It might have been, I don't know. For some reason, he had a garter on, some kind of garter belt on. Not to mention that he either he was touching himself. I wish I could have stuck around more and watched, but I was so afraid.
Even after you found out it was a dude, you're like, I wish I could have stuck around.
Well, I'm not saying I wanted to watch him get fucked, or like him jerk it or anything, but I wanted to see, like, if he stood up and I really got a good look at his outfit and see, maybe he was fucking out doing Rocky Horror Picture Show or something. Maybe he was in costume. So I'm confused why he had the little belts and shit on.
Maybe he just wears them because they make him feel sexy. Apparently they make him look sexy as well.
That was,
Did you tell Jordan?
I did tell Jordan in the morning. I told her to. And then back there...
Does she go, wait, go back to the beginning. You were looking at a stranger and jerking off? You're like, yeah, but it was a dude, isn't that weird?
No, the worst would have been is, what if I did jerk off? What if I started getting a little chubby and I went over to try to have sex with her? And then I would have felt filthy for doing that. Looking, and then going and trying to have sex, and then it was a man, and I was filthy because I was perverted, and tried to wake her up from a sleep, being like, come on! But it didn't happen.
This sounds like a fucking Bible story, man. You know, all these things went wrong if I had just only done this and stuck to the true path. So you're saying if you had gone to wake her up and like, let's have sex, and then you had sex, you wouldn't have went back to the window to see what was up at the end of that story.
You're saying I wouldn't have found out at that point?
You would have come and fucking fallen asleep and then woke up to piss and had a fucking rock hard boner and then stood like this. But I can't imagine that if you got into bed with Jordan and had sex that you'd be like, alright man, I'm gonna go back to the window and see.
Oh no, I wouldn't have,
Then you would never have known it was a dude, so for all you knew it was a chick.
That's true. That's true.
When you're staring at a loaded gun, what's the difference?
Do you not do this too when you gotta piss with the boner?
If I do that, I collapse forward because so much weight, man. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, because I can't, like you describe it as essentially as this, that you have to do this. But if I do that, then the gut falls over it. and so it covers it. And then I need a second set of hands to pull the gut aside to fucking get to the wiener. I just wanted to update some cats because people have been asking. For the last few months of my life, I've been dealing with a dog that's dying. Scully, the oldest dog that we've had. And I've been taking care